Alright then, not to worry, I am back now, so we can continue on this. Different style of wipes this time, they're more thicker, just going to work generally better. A lot of dust, not dust, but mainly a lot of dirt actually collects in these little bits here where it tells you information, so just be aware of that, because a lot of it does collect in there. These wipes actually work better because they're not as wet, they won't make it as wet everywhere, so it will dry quicker and doesn't leave all the soapy marks. So we just continue to go around this grey bit here, all through here. This has got a lot of dirt in here. Obviously be careful with this, like I said. You do have to be quite gentle, as you can see now. Just if I'm in the way, I hope I'm not. Let me just say that, I'll just try and keep back. Alright. So if you just get a bit of a wipe and then do it like that, and that's okay. You do this, and then we'll give it a general wipe on the top as well, around the sides. We want this, remember we were trying to restore this to back what it would have looked like in the factory. Right, let me just give that a wipe. Right, I think that is looking pretty good. Now, if you can see here, now to me, personally, that is a lot of dirt on this. Not as much as certain consoles, let me remind you, because this is only have one owner. This has never been to any new owners or anything like that. So there's only been one owner. But already, apart from a couple bits, I think we have made this look pretty new, to be honest. Already, we've given it a pretty good shine. But we will continue, because we want to properly restore this. Not the components, because I'm pretty sure they all work fine, and obviously, like I said, there's hardly any vents, which means that there's going to be not much dust collecting, which also means therefore we won't need to clean any dust out with compressed air, so we can just go for the really outside finish. But these vents, they are looking nice. They're looking nice and shiny from all the soapy stuff. We just got to finish off in here. I think we'll give this black bit a quick wipe, but not the actual reader itself, just around the reader. And maybe if you want to get this working a bit better, you can give a little wipe around there and then maybe do that. Right, so this is how we're looking. This actually does look really nice so far, and it's about. Yeah, I was actually pretty impressed. The grippers, you can't really do anything about these because they are actually fabric. But if we actually... Oh, it actually feels really nice now. I don't actually know how this comes out. Nope, we're gonna leave that well alone. But for the exterior, I think that looks pretty good. So if we give it another quick wipe. If we give it a quick wipe the doodle there. Let me get these bits here. Now, oh, I just opened that. Right, let's actually, if we just, like test the buttons, maybe go around there. Yeah, there's not really much we can do about that. Kind of retro feel as well. But yeah, that is looking pretty good. So now we're going to set the actual console itself aside, so we can leave that to dry. And now we're going to talk about the controller. So there was two versions of this. This is the first original version, the one with no dual sticks, just literally your basic buttons. It had the D-pad, obviously, the X, square, triangle and circle, and the select and start button, along with the L1, 2 and R1, 2. So this is it. It really hasn't changed from the general design, because if I bring you my PS3 controller here, you can have a little comparison between the two. So it really hasn't changed an awful lot, just the fact that this is wireless. This is wireless now, and it also has the button here, two dual sticks, which, like I said, version 2 of this did have. And one thing massively changed is these are just buttons, where these are actually movable sort of sticks, like where I said these are just buttons, and it actually feels extremely weird. I literally went to hold it from there. That is so weird. It's very weird to get used to, but I'd imagine it was probably the opposite way around when the PS2 came about, and even when the second generation controller. So yeah, we're gonna work on giving this a little clean. This doesn't, like I said, need too much. Obviously, it's just got the little. If I bring it right up to the camera there, it's got the little marks there. But yeah, let's get to work on cleaning this. Alright, so far, even just doing a little clean, you can now see that a lot of that is gone just by doing little wipes like that. But nevertheless, let's continue on. Right, these bits are probably going to be very hard to do here, but we'll try. We'll try. And guys, when you come to cleaning this stuff, just a little tip if you want to try this yourself, if you have a PS1 that you want to restore, or press hard through the grooves because that really pushes it in. But on the more lighter, gentle stuff, press lightly and just sort of flush with it to get that sort of the dirt off. It both helps. But if you're just getting stuff out the grooves, you want to really push hard to try and get it out. But we're doing alright here, if I find a bigger end. And another tip, guys, quickly, it actually helps if you use your nail as well. It works extremely well, actually, using your nail. So, I'm going to stick to doing that. See guys, you can already see the impact of these ones compared to that one, which I haven't actually started yet. So you can definitely tell what one I've done and what one I haven't. Right, we'll just push that again. Just push it over. Now you can see that is properly looking better now. Right, we'll just do that. I'm sorry as well, guys. I have a feeling this is a bit blurry as well. That it's not really focusing. I'm sorry for that. I hope it's not been like that the whole way through it. But hopefully it will focus now. Alright. Now I think that pretty much does it for the D-pad. I think that looks pretty good, if I'm going to be honest. We got a little bit dirt in here and here, which I might maybe off camera do a little bit more cleaning so I can get a better angle. But yeah, let's now move on to the next part of it. Right, let's go for the back of it. And a lot of this old wording goes different colours through the dirt. So I'm gonna see if we can get that to change. Already, guys, that is a change. I don't know if you can really tell on camera, but that is already quite a change. It is mainly the more smaller Ryan. Let me get at it. Right. Now look at that, guys. that is nearly there. We've just got a couple bits here and in the made in China part. Right, let's just try and get to that. Let's hope I wasn't in the way again. I think I might have been. Right. Oh, that's nearly there, guys. There we go. That is now it. That is all cleaned up. That is how to completely change the back of that. That is very good. Right, and let's continue using this as we've only used a little bit. Now I'm just going to use it for the back parts here. We can go over all that. I'm going to use it for these bits. Have a quick go all through the back here, which this stuff should usually not need much cleaning because it's not indented or anything like that. The L, the R scrub. Right, this controller is looking so good now. There's hardly any dust on this, but there's one thing I have noticed, which is a bit of dirt in there, so we're going to try and get that out. Even if it may not even be dirt, it may just be a chip, but nevertheless we're going to try and get it out. Alright, I have no idea what it is. Alright, I think it's a little chip or something, or something that I cannot seem to get to. Alright, we're just going to have a quick go on the wire. Now guys, if I get this back in the shot, I'm going to go on the wire quickly. Only go on the first bit because that's all you're really going to see. And I think that is about it for the controller done. This actually, as you can see, it shines. This actually looks really good now. But all we're going to do now is clean this up. Right, that did not take very long. But there we go. That is the controller, all of the controller, complete. And now, guys, we have one final part. Oh yes, the memory card. This will only need a quick wipe, guys. These never get too dirty. But yeah, let's have a quick go. And like I said, guys, most of this is pretty self-explanatory, but I just want to show you my journey on cleaning up my PS1.